It's Nelson here, and in this video, I want to go over some of the best video games that I saw at PAX East 2020. First up, I gotta get started with Doom Eternal. I played it at the Discord booth, loved it, fast-paced action, it is exactly what I want to play. It's coming out later this month, and I can't wait to play the full game. I'm gonna take a whole weekend just for that. Another game that was really fun to play was ManEater. It's a single-player action RPG, and you play as a shark in an open-world environment. There's a lot of weird games, and as you can see with my picks, I'm picking a lot of weird games. Another weird one was RAWMEN. It's like Splatoon, but instead of paint and squids, you're playing as chefs and you're battling with like soup. It's really weird, it's over the top, it's silly, it makes no sense, but it's fun. It looks like 2020 is going to be the year of cyberpunk because there was two indie games that are cyberpunk themed and they caught my attention. The first one was Ghostrunner. It's like Mirror's Edge, but cyberpunk, of course. Another game with the cyberpunk theme is called Liberated. It's an action-adventure game that plays out on the pages of a comic. It looks really cool. It's coming out to PC and Nintendo Switch later this year. And the last game I want to mention in this video is Streets of Rage 4. So those are my top picks for games that I played at PAX East 2020. There was plenty of other great games out there, but obviously I didn't get to play all of them. I didn't have time, but those games are really awesome and you guys should check them out when they come out. Let's move on from talking about new video games and talk about some new gaming hardware. First up is a mechanical gaming keyboard that came out in November. It's called Element, and it's from Whirl Wind FX. And it's a pretty standard keyboard. It's full size. It has an aluminum build. It has the red mechanical switches, but the main feature is the dynamic RGB lighting effects. And I know some people did not enter the RGB lighting effects, but this one is pretty cool. It's customizable per game, so you'll see like when you're shooting, it'll react to it, or when your health is low, it'll react to it. Other keyboards do it, but I think this one does it the best. So I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty cool. Next up, we got this huge 17-inch gaming laptop from Aorus. It has a full-size keyboard, so you're getting the number pad right there. It has mechanical keys, which is the first thing I noticed. As soon as I touched it, I felt the mechanical keys and they felt great. They're a little bit lower than mechanical keyboards, but still it had that mechanical feel. It had that clickiness to it. So it has a 17-inch display, a 240 Hz refresh rate. That is crazy. And I got to play a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare with RTX on. It has a 9th generation Intel CPU. You can pick between the i9 or i7. So yeah, that is the Aorus 17. Next up, I want to talk about XPG. They had two things that caught my attention, and one of them was this huge gaming desktop. I saw it at CES last month, but this time I got to get closer to it and I got to see all the little details inside of it. It's called the Vantar. Vantar? I think I said it right. It's called the Vantar. And I think it's available now, but you probably can't afford it. So let's just move on to another thing that you probably can't afford, and that is this weird gaming pod, and it has your mouse and your keyboard. So they have people going in there taking photos and gaming. I don't think you can actually buy this little gaming round pod, but it's just like a proof of concept or just something that they do at shows to get people to stop at their booth and get to know who they are. So I am back in New York, back from Boston. Just to recap the whole PAX East experience, which was awesome by the way. There wasn't a lot of brand new hardware for me to cover, which was a little hard because my whole channel is about, you know, gaming hardware and tech stuff. So, but still, I knew PAX East was not a tech event, it's a gaming event, and they had something for everyone. Tabletop, a little bit of VR, console, PC gaming. They had a whole esports area, which was really cool. I never seen that many gaming PCs in one area. It was a legitimate LAN party, and then they had a room for console gamings. And a lot of the booths, I remember MSI and Aorus, they had like mini esports tournaments going on where you can win prizes. So a lot of people, they won keyboards and gaming mice. The Corsair booth was really interesting because they had all their partners in one area. So over at the Elgato section, which is in the Corsair booth, they were showing off all of their content creator gear. So if you had questions about, you know, how to get better lighting or how to use your mirrorless camera as your webcam, they could show you right there, like, hey, this is our product and this is how it works, this is how it could benefit you. I also want to say that the Steam Deck looks way better in person than it does in the photos. I kind of want one, even though I'm not a streamer. Mixer was there also. They had a huge booth, like almost right in the center of PAX. They had some of their streaming partners over there, so gamers and fans, they can go up to them and talk, just to say hi or ask them for some advice. Again, that's pretty cool, and that's something that only really happens at PAX. Overall, that's my recap. There's really no other gaming event that I've been to that's like PAX. That is it for this video. Hit the subscribe button and enjoy some of the random footage that I've recorded at PAX East 2020. really awesome. I got an amazing view, and you guys gotta check it out. Yeah, look at that view. That's Boston right there. That is an amazing view right there. You will not get a better view anywhere else. Okay, I'm done. Let's head out.